Back in July, we published a story on 5 ways to help military families buy homes. And it's quite a unique kind of circumstance, and it was something we were glad to publish. And so I thought it'd be great to bring a couple of folks in who have a perspective on that. One is Andrea Hidalgo, who is the Vice President of Sales for the Mid-Atlantic region for Richmond American Homes, and also Rob Gilman, who is a first lieutenant in the U.S. Marine Corps, and his wife Holly, who together are raising a young family in the Embrey Mill community in Stafford, Virginia. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Hi.
Andrea, so talk to me about your involvement with Embrey Mill, and I understand that there's like 67% of that community is military families, which makes sense since it's close to the base. But tell me about kind of Richmond America's role in that.
Well, I think the draw to the community is something that we knew would be of an appeal, how to bring folks that have been perhaps all over the country and how to build on that community. That sense of community was something that was key to us.
Okay. And Rob, in terms of living there, you mentioned this is your first house, so congratulations. That's great. In terms of previous experience, when you saw this community and you saw the opportunities there for you and your family, what resonated? What was something where you said, yeah, this is, in addition to buying a home, which is a big deal, but the community itself and what it offered?
The big things that we loved was, number one, we noticed it was a great place to raise a family. So we saw lots of families with young kids. So the amenities that are offered here, the different parks, the swimming pools, the walking trails, as well as the dog parks. We have a dog, so that was all stuff that really attracted us. And then a big thing too for us is we love the idea of owning a home out in the country one day. But for us, we both work full-time jobs. My wife's on the civilian side of the military. I'm in the military. So really having something that was practical and convenient for schools, shopping. So for us, it was just a no-brainer to have access to freeways and all the things that we need just to live our daily lives.
When you drive through communities without sidewalks, without properly lit streets, without playgrounds, you wonder, maybe this isn't the place for us. So we knew specifically what we were looking for in a community. And for us, it was a community that offered amenities for our lifestyle, such as running and biking, and on Sundays, being able to take the dog for a walk and go to the bistro. We do all those things. And that to us was important.
We spent time looking at different areas and some different neighborhoods, but to be honest, we got pretty drawn in quickly to Embrey Mill.
Was there any anxiety about buying a home and kind of fulfilling, all of the promise that Embrey Mill provides, given that you're in the military and kind of at least from somebody who's not in the military, the perceived lifestyle of being very kind of transient and maybe moving or having to move for an assignment or a commission?
Yeah, so military life isn't easy by any means. And I guess the best word of advice that I have for anyone in military life is seeking that community that you can really wrap your hands around, where you feel immediately welcomed, where you can make friends, where your children can just fit in. And it's a seamless kind of move. And for us, as having experienced military life and having a little one and a husband who's on orders and not around a lot, everything breaks when they're gone. So you want stability for your children, but you also want a community in which you know that you can survive.
So lucky for us, I was in a stage where I was going to be transitioning off of active duty in the next year and a half and going into a reserve status. So at this time, I'm a reservist now, but at the time I was active duty. But that was really something that we looked at was knowing that we wanted to settle in an area that was good for both of our careers and as well as affordable cost of living, a good place to raise a family. So this part of Virginia and then Embrey Mill specifically was attractive in that aspect.
Now, Andrea, when you're in this market and you're talking with military families like Rob's and Holly's, are there some keys that maybe other builders that you could pass on to other builders that are kind of best practices about working with military families and their unique circumstances and how you fill those needs?
I think that ease of transition, as you mentioned in your question, right, is that anxiety, and how do you try to ease that? With Richmond American, we offered a streamlined process. I mean, our tagline is, with us, it's personal, and we allow, we offer the ability for our on-site associates to be able to price out our home with structural options. We allow you to further personalize that at our home gallery, where they can add all the different colored, different touches of, different pops color in the home, in-house lending opportunities as well through our mortgage company and insurance. So I think streamlining the process, that ease of transition, I think is definitely something that would be key with any builder that is looking in there, and obviously a variety. But I think Rob hit it the nail on the head with the personalization of it, is making it your own, I think is key. And then helping build that dream, I think is also very important as well.
What other options did you have in that market? Again, renting, I suppose. I mean, since you were, I don't know if going off active duty meant that you wouldn't be able to use on-base housing, if that's even an option.
I don't think on-base housing would have been available, and if it had, probably not the options we were looking for. In terms of renting, we definitely evaluated different options when it came to renting, but really didn't last long because we did start to really buy into the idea of investing in a home, staying long-term, and having a home that we could grow a family in.
We wanted to spend time with our family, not time fixing our house. We wanted to be in a safe home for our family, not spend time making it safe. We wanted to be in a community that offered amenities and a peace of mind, knowing that others are also looking out for us.
And then when it came to working with Lois, our sales agent, and she sat down with us, and it was not a pressure sale by any means. She really just listened to what it is that our needs and wants were, and then showed us options. And that's where it kind of became really fun for us, because we did get to spend time talking with all the different builders, driving around the neighborhood, looking at different homes, the different styles, the different options. And for us, Richmond American, the floor plans are the ones we really fell in love with, and specifically the Hemingway.
There were different types of homes that offered things that we loved, but we knew ultimately the Hemingway was the one for us based on all of the different things that we could add or take away or have.
We were able to make it our home, our vision, and something we knew we were going to be happy with in the long term.
Well, I don't know if it's specific to military families, but I think listening, a lot of times, there's stories behind how people come to our door, places they've been, the vision that they're looking for, whether it's creating a community or, the home site being important to us, personalizing it because I've been from base to base to base, and this is it for us to create the family and personalize it. So I just say you have to listen to your buyers. You have to listen to the folks that walk through your door, and everybody has a story.